Thank you. Can I try and answer both the questions? The definition of incorrect death and also what... So I'm trying to think best how to answer this. I'm not au fait with the Irish history of capital punishment, but I am more familiar with the UK, so I'll talk to the UK. The UK capital punishment was abolished, and it was abolished under a large premise of a few cases, Timothy Evans, Derek Bentley, Ruth Ellis, who were subsequently killed and then found to be innocent. They were hung in the 60s, 70s, and subsequently found to be innocent. That was with a full judicial court inquiry, months of deliberation, access to the finances, access to every aspect of that person, and they came with an incorrect decision. So there's, I know we've had Harry Gleeson here, which is query, but the question then becomes, there is going to be, with this framework of assisted dying, there is going to be incorrect deaths. There's no denying that. That's what I mean by that. In Canada, I think you heard about someone who was misdiagnosed with COPD and then was subsequently had MAID. That is an incorrect death because it was an incorrect diagnosis led to an early death. A prognosis which is wildly out, surely that's an incorrect death. You know, these are things which are incorrect deaths. So that's my definition of incorrect death. And my real point is what is the balance? As legislators, you've got your individual, you're not just advocates for individual autonomy, you're also advocates for societal safety. And so you're balancing those two laws. Those two aspects of law. And the individual choice, yes, is a thing up to a limit, and you can withdraw treatment, that we allow things to happen to that, but we don't actively intervene because it affects the wider population. That's what the position of the APM is.
Does anybody have anything they can offer us in terms of making that distinction between the fear of intolerable pain and suffering and the reality of living intolerable pain and suffering?
Well, I mean, that is an incredibly good question, and it's as Max talks about, it's almost an operation. You could, if you've got a messy spare room, which is completely scattered with everything, you've got choice. You can either work at it and fix it and make a nice spare room, or you could destroy it and remove that spare room from your house. That's not fixing the problem, is it? It's just removing the spare room from the house. So you need time and energy to spend time with that patient and work through those things. And as you know, and people have said before, once you address these things, actually the request for dying diminishes or disappears.
Thank you, Doctor, and thank you, Deputy.